Hey guys, Brandon back here from Egolf Ford Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Brevard. And I'm back in a 17 Wrangler Rubicon. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about the sway bar button and the axle lock button that are found on Jeep Wrangler Rubicons and higher trim levels. So I'll spin you around here and let you see these guys. So those are the two buttons that we are talking about, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the sway bar button first, and what that does, what it's for, when to use it, when not to use it. So the sway bar button, the sway bar first is a bar that runs from one wheel to the frame on both sides, and on dry road what that does is when one wheel goes down, it forces the other wheel to stay in contact with the road. So you definitely want the sway bar connected while you're on dry pavement. If you disconnect it while you're driving on dry pavement, it can make the Jeep really easy to lose control. So it's definitely something not to play around with, because it is a huge rollover risk if you disengage that sway bar while you're on dry road, or even on a hard surface road. It's really made for an off-road situation. So when you disconnect the sway bar, what it does is obviously it disconnects the sway bar itself, and that allows when one wheel drops, it doesn't force the other wheel the other direction. So it kind of gives it more of an independent suspension sort of thing. So when you're on the road, you want the wheels to work as a team, and when you're off-road, you want them to work independently. You're moving slower, going over obstacles and that sort of thing. That's when you would want to disconnect that sway bar. So the axle lock is another off-road feature, and the axle lock will only engage when you are in four-wheel low, and the vehicle has to be going less than 10 miles an hour for that to engage. And what the axle lock does is that locks your rear axle so both wheels spin evenly. So say if the axle lock button is not engaged, and you get stuck in a hole, and just one wheel is stuck in the hole, what's going to happen is that wheel is going to spin because it's the path of least resistance. When you lock that axle in, what it does is it evens up the torque. So say your back driver's side wheel is still in contact with like a hard surface, and the passenger side, stuck in a mud hole, it will give traction to that driver's side wheel, so it spins as well, and it's able to crawl you out of that hole. So that's how the axle lock works. And again, that's not something that you want to engage while you're on hard pavement. So that's just a little bit how those two systems work, and it is two of the systems that make the Wrangler such an amazing off-road vehicle. We've got quite a few here, a couple of 17 Wrangler Rubicons, both 4-door and 2-door, so come check them out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We have how-to videos, all the latest, greatest vehicles coming from Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We'll go over safety features and all kinds of stuff on our YouTube channel, so subscribe and keep an eye out for the newest vehicles coming out. Thanks for watching, guys.